Welcome back to Let Me Talk.
Let me talk.
The world is going mad, isn't it? You look at the amount of money they're paying for this boy, it's just absolutely bonkers.
Chelsea paid £6.7 million for him. Wolfsburg paid £18 million in January of last year, and now we're talking about £50-odd million.
He's a good player, but he's a great player.
Let me talk.
Let Me Talk. This is a football show where we talk about football, but from a city land.
Let me talk.
So we talk football in general, City in particular. Of course, we can have other discussions, but there will be at least 2 or 3 degrees of separation from Man City. So, kicking off, I want to ask you, how are you taking the news that Pep might be leaving the Prem finally?
Yeah, I've been expecting that for a while. I've been expecting that, really. I mean, it's been out there. It might be Maresca, it might be Arteta. So it's expected, really. I expected I would be leaving maybe this season or next season. In fact, he should have left last season?
Yeah, with the wife, when he had a problem with his wife?
Yes.
Well, I wasn't happy with the issue with his wife. In fact, I'm even less happy with the fact that they got back together. Although that has seemed to improve the performance of the club. The fact that he reconciled with his wife has kind of turned...
So he's happy. Somebody is rubbing his head at home.
Yeah, and he's not harming himself anymore.
Yeah.
So that's good. But the thing I really want to talk about is, we know this season is almost over. We are still in the bid to win 2 more competitions, the FA Cup and hopefully the Premier League.
We entered the final already.
Yeah, exactly. The match today was scary. I knew Southampton were going to score. I knew it. But thank God. And Arsenal won their game as well against Newcastle. We'll talk about Arsenal in a little. But primarily, I want to discuss who we think can replace Pep. What do you think, first? Who are what names do you think?
I'm leaning towards Maresca.
Okay, that's the best scenario for any club that is not Manchester City. Yeah. Because the guy is kind of a nobody. Let's be honest. Right?
That is the world champion.
If City hires Maresca or announces Maresca as Pep's replacement, everybody else in the league is going to celebrate, not Man City fan. Because I am looking more at a Xabi Alonso, a Fabregas, like a somebody who has one thing. Well, not Fabregas, not Fabregas, but you know what I mean? Like somebody with, if we can get like, what's this guy's name? I almost said Ernesto. PSG guy, Luis, Enrique.
He's not coming.
Why? Is he staying back with PSG?
Yes. I think he's looking to sign a new contract also.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would like. What I mean is that's the player I want.
Okay, okay.
Someone of that caliber, because I don't like the idea of.
But there are very few big coaches anymore.
Right.
You know that.
Okay, so England.
Enrique, who?
You said what?
I said other than Enrique, who else is out there?
I'm looking at Xavi. I'm looking at Xabi Alonso.
Okay.
I would even take Fabregas. I will take Fabregas. Like, I know he's not really connected with the club, but I'll take Fabregas. I'll take Xabi Alonso. I'll take Xavi. I will not take Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca is... I'm not seeing what it means, because I'm seeing some fucking names here. Look at this. Roberto De Zerbi, Michel.
But De Zerbi is already at Sports now. I mean, just signed that many years.
Exactly. No, this is just like... Yeah, I saw this company. I'm like, no.
Why would the company come to Man City? Is at an equally big club in Germany.
He's at a bigger club than Man City.
Yeah, he just won the league, basically.
And honestly, I don't think he will have the success of Bayern at City. I really don't. I think, but honestly speaking, I saw some of his tactics, and I was shocked and surprised. I was like, wow, okay, this guy actually knows tactics.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Really.
It's not like he just sat down at the bench and said, "Okay, you guys want to win me games like Zidane."
Yeah.
He actually knows football. He knows tactics. He knows positions. I'm pleasantly surprised. Like I watched a few Bayern games. Wow, okay, this guy is not just playing with house money. So you prefer like a Maresca?
It's not like I prefer, but
No, but that would be your preference because that's the weakest person being.
you think?
Yes, and that's the name that is being talked about the most.
Yes,
Everyone-
as I mentioned.
Yeah, and I don't like it, man. I don't want any fucking Maresca. I prefer Xabi Alonso. He has won the trophy. He beat Bayern to a title.
Yeah,
That
I
was
won't be
awesome.
surprised. I won't be surprised if they also go for Alonso. It could be Alonso or
Xavi will be very good. Xavi speaks Arabic. He's a good Muslim. Huh? I mean, he did some things with the Qataris. He won with Barcelona.
yeah.
And he's not had a job in a long time,
Yeah.
has he?
Yeah.
So I'll
We'll see,
take
Sha.
that. He's just 46 years old. He has not had a job in 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, one La Liga, one Super Copa. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that. But Fabregas, I think Fabregas still needs time. He needs like a job at like maybe a Chelsea or an Arsenal. When he has been fired, when someone has beat him and fired him, then hey, we can now start talking. When he has some anger in his body, he can't just come with City. Huh?
So I think a lot of the coaches right now, they need like good players to thrive.
Yeah, because players right now, you can't like sit down and berate a player and like play these mental games that you used to do with players. Now they just break down. Huh?
That's all those nonsense Mourinho used to do.
Yeah, like the one he talked about Enzo, I was like, remember that one? That story he told?
Which one?
Where like Enzo, I think Inter was supposed to play like in Barcelona or somebody, and then he's like, Eto, you're not good enough, you're not playing well,
Chelsea,
I'm not going to play you.
The week before the quarterfinals, I fought him every day. Big discussion, big level of pressure. I told him, I'm not going to play you. You are not in your best level. You are not going to play. Please, mister, let me play. No, there is no please, mister. You are not going to play. You are not performing. I don't trust you. It was 1 week of an emotional work with him. Such a strong guy that I knew that he would react the way he did react.
You're not playing well, I'm not going to play you, you're wrong. Like everything, he was just like berating this guy, just going after him personally, mentally. And he says that Eto will come back to him like, please, let me. He's like, no. And then on the match day, he lets him play. Because like basically Mourinho said that like Eto reacted in training. And then obviously he wanted that reaction. He wanted Eto to come out and try to prove him wrong. And then play that game, and then in the match he did well, something like that. In 2026, 2025, 2026, you can't do that to like AJ and Sancho. They'll start liking Instagram posts against you. they'll start wearing rival teams t-shirts like Garnacho. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
that Garnacho said he won't last at Chelsea.
He won't last. He's already done. He's already finished.
Yeah, basically. He's a silly boy. Young boy who was loved at Man United, but the nonsense got to his head. I think he's even admitted it that in an interview like 2 weeks ago, I think.
That's a very short time to realize the truth.
Yeah, he's a
normally it takes people like 10 years before they realize, oh, I made a mistake. The guy realizes in like 4 months.
Yeah. A silly boy.
So I want that type of manager, like a manager that, one, I think players respect people that they know because they're online, their opinions and their mentality is informed by online interaction, the way I see it. You know what I mean? So like you can't bring a Ragnick and players will have respect because they don't know who he is. And we heard those stories. Like, we had to like Google who is this guy. But players that are probably closer and have like a big reputation, I think it's much easier for you to command the respect of players like that, of managers like that, so that you can have like an instant impact. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's a little bit weird because right now, like players they will only listen to people that have, trophies. This person, this is like Zidane. You know what I mean? That's when they will respect you. That's when they will believe in what you're trying to say and stuff like that. Players don't just have that automatic respect anymore for like the office. They look more at the person in the office rather than at the office itself. That this person is your manager, so you're supposed to accord him that respect. But honestly, if I were to pick, just going by pure football acumen, the best possible person to pick is Luis Enrique. But he said he's not available. But out of the available people, because we know company is not available, out of the available people, I'd rather take Xavi than Xabi Alonso. That's what I'll say. I'll take Xavi than Xabi Alonso in that order. I really don't want any nonsense Maresca. Maresca was a failure, like as much as we pretend otherwise.
City as a Chelsea reject. Amongst the top players in the world. There's nothing better to play a game and help the team achieve what they want to achieve.
Come on. Let me talk. Come on.
We cannot replace him.